and thank you for finding me here at my original YouTube channel since 2020, Benidorm and beyond. I produce positive, upbeat and informative videos at least 3 times a week about the fantastic tourist city of Benidorm, where I have lived for a quarter of a century now. So if you enjoy this vlog, please consider becoming a subscriber so you'll never miss out on any of my brand new adventures as I upload them in the future. Today I'm taking you on the full walk up to Benidorm's beautiful cross, or La Cruz, which perches majestically upon the Sierra Helada mountain range and is a fabulous icon and well-known image of Benidorm, as well of course being of great religious value, providing spiritual protection for all the city in this still very Catholic country of Spain. We started at the top of Calle Berlin in the Rincon de Loix area, which is just uphill from the popular Triangle pub and plaza bars, and just around the corner from the Hotel Port Benidorm, which as you can see in the distance is still in the throes of undergoing extensive building work. We'll then head uphill further along Calle Sierra Dorada, where we'll pass the rear entrance to the popular Hotel Magic Aqua Rock Gardens, and as will become obvious as the walk progresses, I have sped up the footage of my walk at several points along the way, so you don't have to watch every single minute that I puffed and panted my way upwards filming as I went. The initial walk is particularly steep, but as always in Benidorm, you still come across many others taking a stroll or cycling by or racing past in cars, and as the views unfold and the sunshine beats down on you, which is of course much more bearable at this time of year than in summer, it really is a beautiful, peaceful and interesting walk for everyone of all ages, mobility permitting. As we walk, we'll pass apartment complexes which overlook the Mediterranean Sea and out to Peacock Island, as well as the other bays that lay out of sight below, and also finished and still uncompleted luxury villas, as well as many other paths that snake away into the far landscape leading off to hidden viewpoints and beaches. And not forgetting a rather forlorn car that came off one of the small roads many years ago and now remains abandoned on its downward trajectory as a reminder to not race around these dangerous mountainside corners should you choose to drive in this area. With the weather having been sunny and warm when I started off at about midday, as I climb you'll see that the mountain mist begins to roll in, creating a rather eerie and for me actually a quite pleasantly cool atmosphere, feeling by the end of my hike like I was actually walking in the clouds, and certainly by the time I reached the summit and the cross. Brown information posts line the route here and there so you know you are going the right way, although as long as you head upwards it would be hard to get lost, and there's even a handy vending machine selling bottled water embedded into the lower wall of a villa so you can refresh yourself along the way if you've been remiss enough not to have already packed a bottle and maybe a snack with you before you started. It is also possible to ask a local taxi to take you up to the cross, although in the past I have known one to refuse, so if that ever happens to you, just ask the next one in the queue or ask at a different taxi rank, and this should cost you well under €10. But do be aware that you will still have to walk up to the beginning of the ascent to the cross yourself, as this is only accessible to pedestrians. And of course, although the downhill journey is much easier, it still can be a challenge for some with mobility problems or vertigo, or maybe just weak or painful knee joints. As we ascend, the road eventually turns into Avenida de Tokyo, and then towards the top, the bending and twisting street of Calle Taiwan, with the route, although pretty straightforward, also possible to follow via Google Maps by simply typing in Calle Berlin to La Cruz and pressing the walk option rather than choosing by vehicle. And yes, your own Wi-Fi will work all the way up to the top. Currently, Benidorm Council staff are working on improving conditions at the peak of the part of the mountain that we are walking up to, and by the looks of it, they're concentrating on repairing old and crumbling wall markers and generally improving the area for everyone with safety and aesthetics in mind. Finally, after the full climb has been completed, and with visibility now very poor on this rather strange weather day, and how typical of it to be like this on the day I decided to brave this walk and video it for you all, we'll be rewarded with the vision of the cross itself, which has always had many tributes to lost loved ones pinned onto it, many of whom were no doubt regular Benidorm visitors and lovers themselves. But please note this is not technically permitted, and so they are removed regularly from the column of the cross by the town hall, or else it would just become a complete mess over the months, and it is after all a religious symbol, although still a lovely place for people to be able to leave their marks of respect on, if only for a short time. Once here, some 200 metres above sea level, you can usually get 360-degree views of Benidorm and beyond, feeling as if you're on top of the world, looking out at the sea, beach and coastline, as well as inland to the many mountain ranges and tucked away villages and towns. So, when was the cross installed here and why? Well, at the end of 1961, at the request of one Father Salvador Perona, people from Benidorm carried a huge wooden cross on their shoulders from the San Jaime y Santa Ana church on the headland in the Old Town, all the way up to the Sierra Alada mountains that we're walking on today. This was seen as an evangelizing mission in order to redeem the city from its frivolous reputation after seeing Benidorm become the first city in Spain to allow women to wear bikinis on the beach back in 1953, and with its expansion and heyday then really starting to take off in the 1960s that followed. This wooden cross was then replaced with the current metal and concrete version in 1975 to become yet another memorable landmark of this huge tourist city, resort and home to many that we all love so much. In early 2021, more improvements were made to the road up to the cross by the town hall, with the paths being widened, a curb being installed to improve safety, and the decision made to no longer allow private vehicles to drive all the way up to the bottom section of the mountain that the cross stands on. Also, 27 LED streetlights were installed along the approach road, with the goal being to help provide people to more easily access this beautiful walk at any time of day, and therefore promote healthy physical activity, as well as being able to enjoy the stunning vistas along the way. I really hope that you enjoy this full walk up to Benidorm's iconic cross with me today, and no doubt you have looked up to see it illuminated at night overhead many times on your visits here, proudly perched along the Sierra Alada mountains, looking down and maybe, hopefully, keeping us all safe. If you have enjoyed it, then please consider becoming a subscriber, as well as checking out some of my many other vlogs, which include lots of detailed street and beachfront walks full of info, reviews on lots of Benidorm's most popular hotels with a fly-on-the-wall look inside and out, as well as tons of news and updates and reviews on cafes, bars and new businesses, and just about anything else I can think of too. I'll see you out and about next time, and thanks so much for watching as always. Bye for now, hasta luego, and see you soon. Cheers!
siempre para el frente. Ay, yo te digo que no miente. Siempre para el frente, ay, yo te digo que no miente.